Hi everybody.
We're coming to you live from the WCA basement studio.
Basement studio.
For your noon report with Tracy and Cody. I had to do it because we look like we're kind of like news anchors because we're trying to be socially distant.
Appreciate that.
And responsible.
Sounds good. Do you want to wait for a minute for folks to join?
Sure.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, we're
Sounds
getting
like
hand
somebody
signals.
just joined. Hand signals.
Hey everybody, welcome to the party. Do you remember that song, Don't Be Tardy for the Party? It's a Housewives song. Of course Becca gets the reference. Oh.
Do we have a visitor? No? Yes? We're good? Oh, hi.
So we're here today to talk about a couple of things. We're in March now. Yay! It's March 1st, Women's History Month. Let me see if I can use my words. But we just got out of a giant month, February, Teen Dating Violence Prevention and Awareness Month. So we kind of wanted to recap what happened the last month. And we're also here to promote.
Sure. Talk about some of the new things that are happening with our prevention program. We've had a lot of changes, a lot of exciting new things happen since the beginning of the year. And so, yeah, we just want to share that, make sure people know that there's some new stuff out there that they can access if they are looking for prevention information and resources. And yeah, just share more about the work that we've been doing. But Cody, do you want to start by kind of walking us through February?
Absolutely. So we launched a lot of things during Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. We launched the Prevention Hub, which Tracy will talk more about. Our podcast series, the Prevention Perspetive, which Tracy will also talk more about. And we launched our Know Your Worth Teen Dating Violence video series that was created with our WCA youth reps. Those are like our high school age super volunteers. They came up with the video concept ideas. They wrote the scripts. We filmed with them. So we shared those throughout the month of February. We had lots of social media posts. There was Respect Week, the second week of February, and Wear Orange Day. And everything kind of culminated into a really spectacular virtual event, which happened this past Friday, called Know Your Worth, that was totally created and facilitated by the youth reps, and our speakers for that event were local youth leaders. So it was all centered and facilitated and created by young folks. It was amazing. And this week we're going to be uploading that. We recorded it, and so we're going to be uploading that to our YouTube channel so that folks can check it out and watch that and share it. It was amazing. Lots of great things were talked about in regards to teen dating violence and prevention, how young folks can be doing that work, and how parents and adults can support young folks doing the work of violence prevention. So tons of things happened in February, and it was a really fabulous month to talk about teen dating violence and prevention and engage with young people throughout our community.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to share about the month?
No, I just think that you and the youth reps did a really amazing job of getting all of that information and content out there. I think it's so cool when young people are able to engage with their peers. I think the messaging just comes across so much differently than it does when like an adult is coming to them with certain information. It's just received differently, and we know that involving and centering youth in the work that we do is really important, and I think that there have been some really amazing examples of that this past February. So yeah, I had a really great month, and the event on Friday was awesome. And some of the things that we started in February were just for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, like Cody mentioned. But we had a couple of really big wins earlier this year that were kind of late January, early February, that kicked us off into Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, but also are going to be continuing to be brought to light in different ways for us to share prevention resources throughout the year and in different ways with folks within our community and even further across the state. One of those being the Prevention Resource Hub that is now housed within our brand new WCA website. So the WCA's website got a really great brand refresh. It's really easy to navigate now. There's a lot of really good information. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go visit wcaboise.org. But also, we thought it was really important to make sure that resources for violence prevention, whether they're for teachers or parents or other service providers even, are available virtually, because so much of our work nowadays is being done online and through social media and on Zoom and all of these different ways. We thought it was really important to make sure there was a place where people could go and get that information. And so within the WCA's website, we built a mini site that houses kind of all things prevention. So we share different resources that are available, anything from curriculum to campaigns to research, anything that might help somebody either learn about or be able to do more or better or different prevention in their lives or in their work. A part of that too was the video series that Cody mentioned that the youth reps created, and hopefully again we're going to be adding to that kind of video library with other videos that the youth reps will be creating from their experiences and their expertise on the issues that are affecting teens and affecting young people. And then the kind of big thing, well, it's all pretty big, I guess, but the Prevention Perspetive podcast is a really exciting opportunity for us. It's a really different way to get information out. I had never thought that I would be able to call myself a podcast host. That is wild to me still, but it's been a really cool opportunity. Again, just we're trying to find these different ways to engage with folks and to get information out into the community, and podcasts are really popular. They're a really great way for people to get that, and so we decided to start one with some amazing support from a corporate sponsor of ours, Auction Frogs. They kind of showed us the ropes and let us use their equipment and got us kind of on our feet with podcasting. And so we have our third episode featuring Cody, yay, goes live tomorrow morning. So if you haven't yet checked out our podcast, it's available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, through our website, through the Prevention Hub. There's a handful of other podcasting sites that it's hosted by. So whatever your podcast platform is, please search for the Prevention Perspective. If you haven't found it on your podcast platform, let us know and we'll try to get it added. But we have 2 episodes out so far. The very first episode featured a couple of our amazing youth reps, Jayla and Lene. Our second episode, we talked with Monica and one of the high school students that she works with up at the Advocates program in Haley. And like I said, tomorrow's episode that's going to be published is featuring Cody. We're going to be talking about LGBTQIA+ inclusive prevention work. We've got some other really great guests on the podcast, and we're really looking forward to keeping that going as a way to keep sharing information and getting this stuff out there. So if you haven't already, find us on your podcast app. Is that what they're called?
Platform,
Platform, there you go.
I like the alliteration, podcast
platform. We got some alliteration in our title too, so find us at the Prevention Perspective. And that's another great way to get that information and get that knowledge. So find us and follow us and yeah, just engage with us in whatever way you're doing right now in this virtual world.
And you can always find our podcasts at wcaboise.org/worth.
Yep.
And then click on the podcast tab.
Yes.
So if you don't really have a podcast platform, that's a way for you still to listen to the prevention perspective and to share it.
Yeah, and that also works on like a desktop, but also on a smartphone or mobile device. So yeah, another great way, thank you, Cody, if somebody doesn't have a podcast preference. So yeah, so again, really exciting stuff happening with the prevention program. We're moving fast and furious and trying to keep up with all of the changes that are happening and making sure that we're getting the right information to the right people and in the right ways. So yeah, keep following along with this journey, I guess, that we're on. Yeah, and we really appreciate the support.
Yep, and the last thing that I just want to say is we have an Instagram for our youth reps, and a lot of prevention work is seen there as well. So if you're already following us on Instagram at WCA Boise, that's great. You can also follow us at WCA Youth Reps, or share that with teens in your life. That's a really great account for folks to follow here in the Valley. And that is behind us. I don't even know if y'all can read these with the red writing, but we tried to put the website up and at WCA Youth Reps.
You want to talk about the application?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I see that we're getting a message, though.
Oh.
Is it a question? Oh, we've got a question. Okay, well, we'll get to that question in a sec, but right now we opened the application on Friday during our virtual event. So we're accepting applications to be on youth reps next year during the 2021-2022 school year. And so we're accepting those until the second to last Friday in April 23rd. So you can help us by spreading the word about this fabulous opportunity for local high school aged youth to join in the prevention work, join the youth reps program. It's really fabulous. You get to like connect with other youth, learn lots of things, and help with prevention work, preventing teen dating violence and sexual assault. So you can find that application link on our website. You can find it at wcaboise.org/worth soon, somewhere. And then also on Instagram at the WCA Youth Reps account. If you're talking to teens, that's probably the best place. Guide them to that Instagram account, and the link to the application is in our bio.
Cool. So we did get a question about engaging with youth for no more weeks. So great question. So for those of you who are maybe new to this stuff or haven't seen us around in the community during No More Week, No More Week is next week, the 7th through the 13th. And No More is a national organization that works to end violence. And this is their big campaign week, saying no more to violence. And so we always participate in No More Week. If you've seen us in the past, we were able to go to like coffee shops and talk to people about this stuff, and we make signs and all sorts of stuff. Can't quite do that this year. So again, we're going to be going in a more virtual direction for our No More Week campaigns, but we're going to be hosting some virtual presentations, including there's always things that people can do, and particularly with this messaging around no more, it can be really personal of like, what can I do to make sure that there's no more violence or no more harm happening in my life or with the relationships that I have. So there literally is like things that every single person can do during No More Week. So yeah, keep an eye out on our social media. We'll hopefully have a plan for different things that people can do in their daily lives to engage and ultimately hopefully prevent violence. So any other questions, comments? No?
All right.
I'm seeing a shrug from our producer, meaning we're good to go. So, Well, thanks for joining us again for another Live at Lunch with the WCA. Hopefully, we'll see you again next week. But yeah, go check out those resources. Find us, like us, share us, all the things. But we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.